Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I will be your host and tonight's entertainment. I am Black Irish, and welcome to The Man Cave. So we got a few videos, well, only two videos today. We want to keep it nice and short. Passport Bros catching that heat yet again. Let's see what they got to say today.
Okay, so this is a genuine question
As always, it's always a question.
slash, I guess, understanding I'm trying to come to about this passport bros thing. Um, why do y'all feel the need to go to other countries when y'all ain't gonna change?
And always remember when a modern woman says something, it's always, you need to change. It has nothing to do with them. It's never their fault.
Like, you think interchanging the woman out is gonna change the fact that you're a piece of shit? I don't think that correlates correctly, if that makes any sense.
It does.
For the simple fact that you still have to be told when to wash your ass. We still have to pick up after you. We still gotta cook. We still gotta clean.
So, minus the wiping of your rear end, exactly what type of men are you going? Like I said, you don't have to insult anybody. You don't have to insult them. You don't have to say a thing. You don't have to throw a curse word, nothing. Just let them speak. They will insult themselves. She's basically expressing the fact that the men that she chose have really poor hygiene.
Still gotta do the dishes for you. Y'all barely wanna work. Y'all ain't shit baby dads.
Yep, see, there you go. We are, what, 44 seconds in, and she's already exposed herself. Pookies and Ray Rays, how do we not see this coming?
Like, you think that that's gonna change because of the woman?
Yes, because the woman that is here in the United States kind of sucks. So men with value go overseas for women with value. The ones that you say are less educated, the ones that you say come from third world countries, they still have values, and they actually still think about family.
Or are you guys ever just gonna take some accountability and say, hey, maybe it is us as men? Because what's defined as a man nowadays is not really what a man is anymore.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to even lie about that. Men have fallen hard. Real men don't really exist anymore. I mean, they do, but it's far and few. Unfortunately, there's not that many out there anymore. And then when you have a bunch of women raising as single mothers, these boys that will never understand what being a man is all about because women like you, do not find suitable men, which do exist, but you ignore, to raise these children. And then you have men who are cleanup men or suckers, however you want to look at it, who could be raising the kid because they're not the baby daddy, as you say. You will not allow them to take charge of that child and raise them into a man because you resent the fact that that man is not the father and you don't like someone disciplining your children. This is why women should not be parents by themselves. They need a man to help give that son and daughter structure.
The fact that you beat on us, you lie to us,
Of course, Pookies and Ray Rays, these are not passport bros, but we know you won't call them out because then that tells everyone that type of men that you pick.
you cheat on us, y'all don't really bring any real anything to life, let alone the table.
You see what I'm talking about? Why are you picking these men? Like, my thing is, here's the thing. A lot of modern women like to say, "Oh, men's standards need to be lower." You can't you're not going to get the beauty queen, all this other stuff. Well, yeah, you can. A man will have a greater chance getting a beauty queen than you will getting a top 10% man. Just change yourself, become more confident, build yourself up, make more money, go to the gym, eat healthy, get your education. a good, worthy education. I want to make sure I say that perfectly clear. Your education is very important, but not all education is created equal. And you can get a good woman, especially you can get a younger woman.
To anything, like besides headaches, you bash the same women that birthed you. You're
No, I don't bash my mother. My mother has her faults, and I'll call her out on it. That's not bashing. That's me calling my mother out for having problems that, as a parent, there's no excuses. Do your job. When we got older, I told my mother the truth. Like, no, you're bad in these areas. It's not bashing. I think modern women need to stop with this whole, oh, you're bashing me. Grow a spine if you're saying that you're strong and independent.
bashing your own daughters and sons.
Again, no, I'm not. I'm bashing you. And it's not bashing. I'm calling you out for your bad behavior.
You're bashing your sisters. You're bashing your whole family.
Shame.
And that
language.
makes no sense. You going to another country, good for you. Get your passport, do that. But that's something you should have been had as a grown ass man.
Why do you care when men get their passports or not? Why is it always a. You want to know why men don't want to deal with you anymore and why all you have is your anger management problems with your pookies and ray rays? Because you talk down to these men. And I'm going to call it out. You talk down to black men. That's all you do is talk down to these black men. So they sit here and just like, why am I even tolerating this nonsense? And then they leave the country because they're not going to be your cleanup men. Why is it that certain black women just cannot get over themselves? Especially you coming out here looking like Felicia from Friday.
So I'm not understanding where that theory is coming from. Oh, other women are simpler. When in reality,
they are.
In other countries, you're doing all the working.
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you left this country? When was the last time you seen any of the locals of the countries that these passport bros are going to? Like I thought. They all have the same default setting. I would probably take you a little bit more seriously if you could actually come up with a thought of your own.
There ain't no 50-50 in other countries. So to be honest with y'all get off pretty fucking easy over here.
No. You want to know why there's no such thing as 50-50? Because in those third world countries that you women like to keep saying over and over again are poverty, they're not talking about doing 50-50. Yeah, you're paying the bills, but they make up in every other department how traditional women used to be. You wanted to be the man. In the black community, you wanted to be the man. So you got your position. And you tore down these men over and over and over again. What did you think was going to happen?
In our eyes, so the fact that you're complaining, y'all are gonna get what's coming to you. And you know what? For those out there actually trying to find love in different countries, I salute you. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're doing it just to be a part of the trend, you're also part of the problem.
You mean like this TikTok thing of every woman coming out saying the same default thing over and over again? You mean that trend? Oh yeah, we doing it. We are doing it today. You're all following the same trend. What are you talking about? You're all saying the same thing. There's no difference between this modern woman and that modern woman. The only difference is the color. That's it. You all say the same thing. And the other women from other races of women who think like you, they're just doing it out of pity because they see the writing on the wall as well. So they join up because it's the sisterhood or nothing. But I don't think you'll ever understand that until it's too late. Stop dating Pookies and Ray Rays.
Because you are all the men that we are talking about.
No, it's not. It's the Pookies and Ray Rays. You just don't want to go on record because that makes you low-hanging fruit.
Perfectly fine with y'all going over there. The problem is that you're gonna fucking destroy those women's lives. Like you destroyed us. And somehow, y'all would still never take accountability. Sorry, but I had to say that. I'm just curious, what about that is going to change the fact that you as a man aren't shit? Doesn't matter where you go, trash is trash. But that was all I had to say. Genuine question. Thank y'all.
Yeah, genuine question, and you've spent the entire time insulting them. Oh, yeah, it was just a genuine question. Men are learning womanese very well, and they know what it means. You're just out there to insult these men. That's it. You drank the feminism Kool Aid, and here you are. Since the 70s and up, you sound exactly like the feminism that you took in the 70s. And you're still spitting that same nonsense to this day. You don't see the downfall of this community because you wanted to follow an ideology from a group of women who you told those same other black men that you don't like that they're going to do all the things you literally are doing yourself. And they let you do it. Feminism lets you do it. You ever notice that the same feminism on the other side isn't having the same problems with their men as the feminism in this community? You just needed a push. It's like gravity.
Six
All right, one more video today.
starved men going out to prey on these third world women. And I laugh when
Can you say pandering? You always know what it is. It's always the panders. They come out here and they say the same things that they say. See, it's like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's not stupid. He knows you're stupid. That's why when he does his show, he says everything that a woman wants to hear, but just a little bit of giving them some actual facts. But in the end, what Steve Harvey does is just tell you what you want to hear. What does that sound like? Derek Jackson. How do I know? Because even though Derek Jackson was married, even though Derek Jackson was in a marriage, an actual marriage, you didn't care. He was good looking, he had lots of money, and you still slept with him. I don't want to hear any of you women talk crap about passport bros when you multiple times were sleeping with Derek Jackson and you knew he was a high value man with a wife. No respect.
I see that because what they're forgetting is that, okay, if you had a horrible dating experience with modern women in your space your entire life, guess what? Going to another country, the problem is you. No matter where you go in the world, you're still the problem. So you're still you. And you're coming off as very entitled and I deserve this, so I couldn't find what I want. The U.S. couldn't give you a woman, so you're going to another country. That's what you're fucking doing, man.
we're a pretty diverse population here.
This is why, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is why certain groups from other race of people should never mingle or try to interject into the black community. You have no idea what black people have gone through. I'm not just trying to sound weak. You don't understand, and you're not caring to actually ask. But look at her face, how happy she was. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. They like the praise from other race of men. Look how happy how smiling she was to see that. See, other black men know this. They know this. The insults, clapping like baby seals. Oh, you're mad, but now you're happy because they're calling out the passport bros. Mm-hmm. They get to call it the passport bros. Oh, you feel better now because they call out the passport bros for finding other women. Yeah. See, this is why when you are not living in the same reality as everyone else, you automatically prove that we're not all in this together. You say it when you have something or you have an agenda, but everywhere else, no, we're not in this together. That's why I think the group should never mingle. Not like this. I'm not trying to say like, segregate each other. But unless you're willing to listen and learn and understand what the other group is going through, don't speak on it. And if you're not going to ask, don't speak on it. But look how happy she was. because he's saying everything she wanted to hear. And they're not simps, they're panderers. Because they're going to join the camp and give them money. Which, listen, I'm not mad at the hustle. You do what you got to do. But women are followers. Modern women are followers. And they will follow anything, no matter how toxic it is. Well, anyway, that's the end of this show. Have a good night. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. And until next time, the Man Cave is always open. Stay strong, fellas.